It's time for another Dice Tower review with Z Garcia.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here, and today I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to compare the original version of Kingdomino, this is the English version that was put out by Blue Orange Games, with the new Giant version also put out by Blue Orange Games that just very recently came out. This as basically a response to a lot of awards that the game has garnered. And so I just wanted to give you a look at both the obvious size difference, but we'll explore if there's anything else that is different between them. So we'll start with the box cover itself. As you can see, the main difference on the box cover itself is that this one has a little bit of a flare there in the letters, as you can see. So those are going to be nice and shiny on your shelf, and this one does not have that, all right? So that's the main difference on the cover itself. Once we get into the games proper, the first thing we'll find is, of course, the manual for the two products, and those are actually identical. So we have here this one and this one. This one is slightly thinner because I believe they put multiple languages in here. But that's the only difference, okay? They're actually the same size. They did not reprint a larger rule book for the Giant version. So you have those two there. Then we've got in this one here the castles, which I actually find to be very silly. These are unnecessary, basically completely really unnecessary. But you have here the new size, which is ginormous, as you can see. And then the characters themselves, the little pawns that you will need, these are essential. And boy, are they different in scale. The colors are also slightly different, at least on the yellow. And so we've got there a couple of the other colors. But of course, everyone is really just wanting to look at the tiles. So let's go to that. We're going to move this away, and we'll take a look at the tiles. These are the starting tiles. These are the starting locations. There you go. And then we have the regular board tiles, which are quite large, as you can see. In fact, if you are familiar with the size of the original tiles, you will quickly notice that the new tiles are 4 times as big as the original tiles. As I can lay 4 tiles across the top of one of these just about perfectly. All right, so there you go. That's 4 tiles from the original game. That is a new tile. And of course, having all of these start making up your kingdom is very quickly going to take up a considerable amount of space. So that's it. The game really has very few components, and they've simply gone and make them quite large. So who is this product for? That's the main question that I keep asking myself as I was thinking about this video. Who is this for? Who wants this massive version? Well, I can only speculate on that because I think ultimately it's not really targeted at gamers. There's a few reasons for that. For one thing, the small one has the exact same artwork. There is no new artwork features on the larger one, but this one gives us the same gameplay in a much smaller box, and it will fit much more easily on a power gamer's shelf. We own so many games anyway. Something this large is possibly counterintuitive to us owning more games. The other thing is the company Blue Orange Games has just announced that we'll be shortly coming out with Queendomino, a follow-up to Kingdomino, which if you would like, and if you own Kingdomino, this version, the original smaller version, you could combine with Queendomino. You can basically use this as an expansion to Queendomino, which has a few more rules and a little more going on. It's a fantastic game. Go check out my review of that if you're interested. And so this larger format will simply not work with that Queendomino, unless at some point down the road, they give Queendomino the same treatment, which we of course cannot guarantee right now. So who is this for? I think it's much more for a casual user. I think this makes a great table presence. I think this is going to look fantastic at conventions, for example, at friends' gatherings, but not necessarily someone who intends on coming together for the evening and getting 8 games played, right? A power gamer, someone who is all about the consumption of games. This is more of what Ticket to Ride did with their 10th anniversary edition, or some other deluxe games you've seen out there. This is about showcasing one game. The evening or the get-together is going to feature this game, right? So this would be great at a party where you could have some friends over, get together, have a good time, and maybe have a table where this is set up, and you can simply, as you are wandering by, people will come by, they'll take a look at this game, they will, enjoy what is happening here, but it's an eye catcher, and that's, I think, the ultimate idea there, is to treat this as an eye catcher, as something that folks will gravitate towards naturally, because they perhaps don't know what it is. And I think that really will be its main usage. So if you find yourself perhaps thinking this would make a great gift to someone who is not already a gamer, or this would be a fantastic part of my evening when I entertain, I could leave it set up, then yes, you are in the right, I believe, and I think that's ultimately the best use for this. For me personally, I do find it to be considerably large, almost ridiculously so. The board, as each player's castle expands, as their kingdom expands, it will be quite a bit of table space you will need. And so I myself, for all the reasons mentioned before as well, including Queendomino's compatibility, I'll be hanging on to the smaller one. But this one certainly looks great on the table, and perhaps if you find yourself at a convention, you can give it a shot yourself and see if maybe it would fit into your lifestyle, into your entertaining, or perhaps make a great gift. So there you go. That has been just a quick little comparison of Kingdomino Giant version, just to good old baby Kingdomino. There we go. So thanks everybody for tuning in and checking this out. I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.